Welcome to BIomutant. The morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress, blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Who needs a ladder? Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks travelled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and, without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours. The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Quite a shock to the system. Let's try that again. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Cutting edge. Sharp steel. Misery. Bullets everywhere. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. Sure useful. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. How Lupa Lupin somehow left you alive after his raid on the old village. He must have had a purpose with that. The question is, what? There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land. The impending threat of the World Eaters bringing down the Tree of Life is ever so close. He also worries about the Jagni tribe that's actively working for a doomsday and purging of the world. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, No one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree. Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Mooma knows you are here. Sounds like he thinks she does, despite your heart growing dark. There's nothing as powerful as a Mooma's love. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding. You've found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's ki energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. The small tree you saw up there where you met will eventually grow into a tree of life and start giving back to nature. It'll be the heart of the land. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the prime... You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of nono out there that need to be guided to the roots of the pensai tree. Oh, it'll need a continuous flux of ki over the 12 months to come, so countless, he'd say. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree. Now that you've seen the nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us. You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless something changes, we're doomed. The land won't survive the side effects of the old world's industrial advances. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today. No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the tree of life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse that Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land set the World Eaters' DNA into overdrive. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. His friends have prepared something specific for each World Eater. The Mekton, the Octopod, the Majute, and the Googlide are almost ready to ride. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
Ah! That's a spark of light in you!
That's right. Smack that spark out before it starts.
You don't have to be so harsh. It's such a little spark.
Take it out now while it's small.
There's always another spark.
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important. Out of Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are two nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. He can sense you share Myriad's view on the world. The Myriad would embrace someone willing to fight against the tyranny of the Jagni. Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters. Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's a bridge. Just get over it. You've used up all your key energy. The deep cut. Close encounter. That ain't bad. They've destroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began. That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war or part of the problem. Let's see. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. The Sifu's door is always open for newcomers, but he cautions you. They'll expect you to behave, or you'll have to face the consequences.
Zata is the muito loho.
The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes, as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy. The Sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life, as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew. He welcomes you to the Jagni fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. The news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 preceded you. The wall that separates them from the other side, the wasteland you came from. He guesses the time spent there just left a blank space in your memory, as empty and barren as the wasteland itself. He understands that sometimes we need to lose ourselves to find ourselves, but he's glad you chose to come here. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples. Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it was based on unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain. The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now. Unrest is sweeping the land, and there are rivals in all directions. Jagni doesn't want a new unity between the tribes. Their goal is to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. Says there is some darkness in the best of us, even you, and suggests you embrace that side of you and help them vanquish the tribes and let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life. He wasn't sure you'd do that, but it seems your mind took control of that big heart of yours. That's a sign of strength. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can vanquish the other tribes. The one he wants to deal with first is the Myriad tribe. The Jagni's destiny is to do what others are too afraid to do, to vanquish past and future disillusions of unity and take control of our destiny. Uniting the tribes and saving the Tree of Life won't change anything. Their kin must put an end to the war before war puts an end to them. It'll cost bruises and broken bone. Being defeated is a choice they won't make. They've talked about that, but words do not frighten those who feel no fear. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. Even if you see the world differently, you must hit them as soon and as hard as you can. The outcome of this war is up to you. Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. claim the rival outposts, and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon. Once you've conquered the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu for control of their territory, tribe weapon, and kin. The only kin who count are the kin that are left standing at the end of the war. Let's focus on making that our kin, not theirs. Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village. Jagni doesn't want a new unity between the tribes. Their goal is to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. He remembers your kind and unselfish soul, and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good. Anyway, you'll pass your old village on your way to the first rival outpost, but we've got no time to be sentimental. War doesn't wait. He can't blame you for not remembering, but he can sense the stillness of something lost.
So we joined the Dark Alliance. Honestly, I'd join because I like their armor. I hope I get that. I am one fool! Let us praise. Praise Wong Fu. Let's do this. Where's he?
Claims to have strange things from the dead zone. Says you're in good company. Everyone.
I have 0 leaves. That's called a pew pew. Oh wow. I need leaves. Shall be back. What are you?
Says you.
Yeah. Where the fuck are you? Oh, gunsmith? Alright.
Asks you to check out the.
If I sold that shit, I still wouldn't have enough. Oh, thank you, though. I guess. Who are you?
See what they might want to offer.
Some dice. Ketchup. Some poly scrap. Ooh. Oh, that's actually pretty dope right there. An H2O tank. That's pretty cool. I guess I need to level up, go do some missions. Alright. Blow this popsicle stand. See, bitch. I usually flip through swords. I gotcha.
Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurled.
Oh, you beat my ass.
All fired up. Good hit.
Do it.
Great shot. Nice shot. Slice and guns. Great. Slash and dash.
Hey, you're dead. That's really all I got from him was a piece of fucking candy. More candy. What? Where are the weapon parts? Oh well.
Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer.
Come on, Trin. Stop. I love
Let's
how
see.
you mark your territory like that.
As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over.
Wait, are we going back in time again?
Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind.
It used to be his village. What the fuck is that?
Here's someone who takes each day as it comes.
Yes, he does.
He asks how you are today.
Can't complain.
Then he wants you to know that if you find yourself going through bad times, he wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. Learning to swim can be scary when you don't know what you're doing. But fortunately, he's here to give you a helping hand. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. Why not? There's no better time to do what needs to be done than right now.
Alright. What are you doing? Don't toss me in. What the fuck?
He says, that wasn't too bad, was it? At least you learned that you'll drown if you don't swim. But you need practice. Lots of practice.
Or a better teacher.
You need to rely on those who somehow know how to teach. Those willing to bend down and help you pick up your boots. You just need more time in the surf. That's the only way you'll ever learn how to swim. You can never try. Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something.
What?
You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. The dedication to training is... You should know, practice makes perfect. You have to keep working on it if you want to be good at it. She'll see you at the village square.
Do I get to fight Mama?
She'll be waiting for you.
Goten
There will be a surprise for you at the end, too.
Badger mold. Whoa. Ooh. Oh, right. So train with Muma.
Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. Asks how you're feeling today. Being nice comes easy for him. That doesn't make it less important. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on.
Sure.
You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some.
Guess I go in here. The dumpster.
He wonders what usefulness you found. Sometimes he's an expert, but sometimes he just does what's right. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle.
It's because of the babies! It's because of the
Only
babies!
a few are willing to do the little things, but if you make enough of them, he'd love to teach you
Doesn't matter
to
if that's her
upcycle,
best
and
friend.
the
If she goes
scrap
near
you
them
found
babies,
would
that's a
be a
dead
good
cat.
start.
I don't know. That's a... a banana.
You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He believes being considerate will help you feel at peace with yourself. He thinks... It looks like she's starting to lose her patience.
Ooh. Ooh.
You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right... She suggests you better hurry up then. You won't get far with that attitude. She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone. She won't live forever, you know that. But she intends to make the most of every day she gets, especially the ones you share together. You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her.
Okay.
Then start by meeting her on the village square and take it from there. She...
What is that? You. I don't want... Motherfucker.
They look determined. Better watch out.
Really, boys? We're all finished now?
He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. That makes him wonder why you were here looking for it. There's no way they'll let you pass. He wants to know who you think you are.
Yeah, I don't like bullies, motherfucker.
They push each other to become better, and sometimes someone gets pushed down along the way.
Holy shit. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, alright. You're really just gonna take my shit like that?
If you're hurt, what happened? She says it's nice of you to consider them, but they have weapon training at sunrise tomorrow, so they'll need all the rest they... The most important thing is that you're okay. It's time to focus on your training now. She said it before, Wang Fu will keep your body in good health, and that's how you keep your mind strong and clear.
So if she's Muma, I wonder what the father's called. A dookie? I don't fucking know. A Duma? Dulu? Dura? No, not him. Why does it look like my guy got smaller? Nobody of importance to talk to? It's a big house.
Is someone close to heart, doing what he does best?
Is that him? Maduba?
Seeing you always puts a
Popsy.
smile on your Popsy's face. He wants to know how you're feeling. Training with Muma will make you feel better. It always does. He asks if you could help him, too, before you leave for training. He wishes that was true for your Muma, too, but guiding the village into the future and teaching Wang Fu to her disciples seems more important for every day. He suggests you get going and find him gadgets and ideas for how you can upcycle some old fabrics.
Alright. Check here. Let's check here. I think I see another pile right outside the door. Yeah, right there.
He's curious to see what you found. He says whatever it is, it shouldn't be left forgotten at the bottom of a pile of recyclables. He can work wonders with pretty much anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. Thinks some are and some aren't. One thing's for sure, though, your Mooma thinks it all takes up too much space in the house. He says it's about time you learned how and offers to teach you, starting with the scrap you found.
Okay. There we go. Crafted that.
The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you. He knows she's already proud of you and everything you've achieved so far. You should take it with you, wear it to practice. He's sure your Mooma will forgive you for not wearing the traditional outfit. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this.
guy? Where is he? Jesus. Train with Muma.
Your Muma says it's about time you got here. Hopes you're as ready as you claim. She says she is eager to get... Wants you to prove that with some...
Damn.
Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you. That's all she's ever asked of you. Been working on a present for you, with the help of Gizmo and Wiz. You should go see him and find out what it is. You've deserved it. Says he's always thought so well.
Guessing that's Gizmo.
Catchy. Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful. Figuring that out is half the fun. A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication device. It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever... Says it's not a record keeper, more like a companion. Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day. She's so happy you made the most of it. Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow.
Damn. I hope his village didn't get slaughtered. Something. That would just suck. And
nothing could stop Lupa Lupin from setting the world on fire.
Lupa Lupin.
Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it. Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming. There's nowhere to run to this time. The time has come to stand and fight. Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And everything she's done has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those she was chosen to lead. She tells you to stay back. This is her fight. It has nothing to... She loves how brave you are, but she can't be worrying about you while she fights. This is her fight. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present.
Damn. Oh, shit. Okay. Let's do this, bitch.
You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. BIomutant says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow.
Oh no. Swim faster.
Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you.
That's fucked up.
The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity, when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about.
What the fuck?
What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory.
That fucking sucks.
As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on.
You say so.
Looking sort of good. Perfect for slicing and dicing.
Is crap. Offhand. Modify.
Looks like it'll work. A fresh start with fresh scrap. The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose.
Oh shit. Oh, he got me again.
You lack key energy. Got more than a flesh wound. Chop, chop. It was harder than expected to take down the Fluff Hulk. They've received news a Ronin joined the tribe's ranks and were looking forward to meeting you. A group of Jagni warriors are already waiting for you at Myriad's Vespidut outpost. You should hurry there and help them storm the outpost. That you chose to ally with Jagni is a sign of strength in itself, and you'll only make them stronger.
Mata nabdatut. Matawayu wahabiu.
Oh, I didn't even see the perks. Oh well. Alright, hang on guys. Alright, my fellas, I'm back.
Asks if you're looking for Lobo. Find the blimp station. That's where she hangs out.
Who's calling?
Look, an emergency box from the old days, when you needed to pack a punch
You
to
just
survive.
stupid phone calls. Ooh, what is
Wow,
this thing?
bet that nut makes a tight fist.
Old world clonk fist? Punches through walls?
Toxanol was something called a corporate juggernaut, and our world still bears the marks of the massive ecological catastrophes they inflicted upon the land. The apocalypse they caused was the end of days for their world. But for us, it was simply a beginning.
Any name of the special attack files only super character. Yeah, there we go.
Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it?
Okay. Ooh, can I use the clone fist on them? That's awesome. Are they dead? Light bulb. I like this fist thing, it's pretty cool. Alright, bridge open. What do we do in here? I don't know what that's for, but nice. Alright, we have more. There's more. Some energy.
Whatever you do, do it right, or don't do it at all.
Okay, what does that mean?
That notice board, filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol brick towns. Pay attention. The Toxanol Corporation made this place, and then just threw it away when they were done with it. Toxanol never cared about the waste, as long as they didn't have to pay to clean it up.
Wow.
There must be a track somewhere in this brick town. Just hope it's not buried.
Alright. Okay.
This corner of the world is called Bricktown.
Sorry guys, I'm just anxious. I'm waiting on a package right now, and 2 packages. And one's coming from FedEx, one's coming from UPS, and it's just like, oh, get here already, please. 9:38.
You found the track! So much of this place was just... No, it was never nice.
Don't come till 12.
It was new once. The tracks moved on from Bricktown,
Shush.
and you should too.
Ooh. How do you... Okay. No, are you gonna get those? Gina California Show.
Will the dawn never come?
There we go. Let's do it. Hey, we can. Alright. Well, what's in here? Something in this drawer. Some boxers. Fuck you. Is that a hat? Really does much of anything. There's something in the basement if I can get to the basement. There's something below. Oh, right here. Right here.
Never thought you need to get the pegs lined up to get the clothes soaker rolling.
What's wrong with it? Yellow, white, white, yellow, white, yellow, white.
Just a few moves left. Make them count. That's spiraled out of control. You need to turn the pegs in sync. That's spiraled out of control. You need to turn the pegs in sync.
Rotation puzzle, washer. Rotation puzzle. Washer. BIomutant. Clothes.
Never thought I'd see a clothes soaker from the long gone again. It's an up cleaner of unwash, the clean-cut way to unstain garb. You need to get the pegs lined up to get the clothes soaker rolling.
Wait a minute. So yellow, white, yellow. Yeah! Yeah!
You really put a spin on it.
Who did that motherfucking shit?
Not seasoned enough to handle that. Pants would be the bare minimum. Feeling slashy?
They put desperation, dream of California shine. I am the bunny, the mighty red fool.
This might be the end of everything as we know it.
Let's do it.
You found the whereabouts, the deepest, darkest forest in the land, sometimes hard to see for all the trees.
What the fuck? I didn't know I did that. I only have one. That's what I want. I want levitate. Oh, the key spark. Oh, Amaterasu! That is badass. I'm saving them up. I'm saving them up. Oh, this gives me health. Default desperation in the California show.
The board mainly has posts from those that used to work at the chug yard back in the days
Chug
gone.
yard.
They don't make much sense these days. Not much more to say about the board, but Gizmo is holed up in the underyard here working on that Mekton of his. The Toxanol Corporation used to run chugger-chuggers out of here, big machines on rails with smokestacks that fouled the air. They can carry you anywhere you like. Well, anywhere that they go to, and then you can leg it from there.
Come on, FedEx or UPS.
You're on the right
Shut
track.
up.
Keep your eyes open.
Please, I want to make music for the world. Oh. Ooh. Is it for a gun?
Now that's what I call a blade. Wow! Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Hack and slash. Bomber bonkers busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. That's going to leave a mark. Half-lifed. Grit. Ready to take on the world.
Ouch. Hilarious, what the fuck?
We are lonesome animals that spend all our life trying to be less lonesome. Pow!
Shouldn't have done. Shouldn't have done.
Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames. Let's see. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. Combined, this sent their world hurtling on an inevitable road to ruin. It's all about destiny. Yours, mine, the entire world's.